LL Bean Friday Night Blitz.
Welcome to Week 8 of the Friday Night Blitz. Mark Dondero, I'm Yanni Karakis. Mark, we have highlights from 17 games tonight. That's 34 teams for you math majors out there. Now entering tonight, just 2 weeks left in the regular season in Rhode Island with teams vying for playoff positioning.
Meanwhile, up in Mass, it's not even Halloween, but we are in the playoffs. And our game of the week is in North Attleboro. Ruthie Polinsky joins us now with more. Ruth.
Hi guys, North Attleboro. They lost their first game of the season, but they haven't lost since. They enter the playoffs as the 1 seed in the South Division 3 playoff bracket. Let's get to the highlights. The Red Rocketeers hosting number 8 seed Walpole for their first round playoff game in South Division 3. Starting off the second quarter, we're scoreless. Chad Peterson looking for his man in the end zone. He finds Nolan Buckley for the score, puts the Red Rocketeers up 7-0, but Walpole responds. Ensuing drive, short pass over the top. This one goes to Chase Conrad. He takes it to the house, puts Walpole within 7-6, but North Attleboro, they kind of pull away. They move on in the playoffs with a final score of 28-14.
Somerset Berkeley hosting Foxborough in D5 South playoff action. Second half, Foxborough leading 21-6. They add to the lead. How about Anthony Cappuccietti leaping over the line for the score? Sign this kid up for the other team in Foxborough, Bill. Come on, Bill. Foxborough doing it with the defense, too. Covering the Somerset fumble as they go on to win 35-12, Foxborough.
Over to Swansea, Case hosting Archbishop Williams D7 South playoffs. Third quarter, Case down 21-8, not helping their cause after a fumble. The Bishops, Rondi Alfred on the carry, navigates into the end zone to extend the lead. Back comes Case at the Bishops' 10-yard line when they cough it up again. That kind of night for Case. Neil Sanders calls his own number into the end zone. Case knocked out of the playoffs 42-14. Up in Rhode Island, playoff start 2 weeks from tonight. We know LaSalle will be there. Ruthie, you have their highlight with Tolman.
All right, LaSalle looking to stay atop D1B, hosting Tolman tonight. Rams, they didn't waste any time tonight. Nathan Lucier settling in at QB after stepping in for an injured Andrew Wright. He finds Jake Rivera over the middle, and that sets up this. Leroy de Oliveira, he takes the handoff from Lucier, another TD for him. LaSalle defense, they get a 3-and-out. Lucier takes advantage. He hooks up with, check out that pass. Nice. Rivera again, this time for 6. Rams now 5-1 in D1 play thanks to their 41-6 win tonight, guys.
Over to the stadium, Cranston East hosting Rogers. Opening kickoff. The Bolts, Anthony Ramos receiving it. He's got some room. He's going to bounce outside. He's got some blockers right by us. On the sideline, Ramos with the house call in for the touchdown. Play of the night candidate. Rogers responds. Check out the big fella at quarterback. Boy, James Hook throws the pass. TD to Matt Clark. They ran every play, Mark, but then he would just throw a touchdown. But East's offense would wake up. Justin Neary to Raymond de Oliveira. As always, de Oliveira and Morgan, let's settle this. The boys doing big things tonight. East doubles up Rogers 40-20.
We're going to be their paralegals soon. Cranston West is looking to stay a game behind Henrican in D1A, visiting St. Ray's. Paraso Field game tied at 7. Falcons dial up the D. Andrew Dionzio. With the blitz and the takedown of the quarterback, that would lead to a punt a few plays later. Will Such, or ensuing drive, I should say, takes the handoff from Dionzio. Skips past one defender, throws a little juke on another, finds his way to pay dirt. 14-7 Falcons. Later, Dionzio looks deep over the middle, finds Cameron Alves.
Nice catch.
Pitch and catch. West improves to 5-1 in league play. 40-14 winners tonight.
A big one tonight between North Kingstown and Middletown, both having great years so far. Scoreless first quarter. Skippers get on the board. Joe Gilmartin swinging it out to Max Naya for the 3-yard score. Skippers take a 7-0 lead. Then how about some trickery? Reverse flea flicker. And it's always Zach Pez on the receiving end of these plays. Touchdown, North Kingstown. Yanni, you loved those. NK wins it 28-6, clinching the regular season D2B title. Congrats to those guys.
Pez family, Greg Pez all pumped up for that one. Shea looking to keep hold of the 3rd seed in D2B, hosting Mount Hope. Raiders up 14-7. Huskies tie it. Anthony Bernardo calls his own number. Great call on his part. He gets outside, down the sideline, 45-14. But fourth quarter, Shea answers. Eric Palmer hands to Devin Fonseca. Devin slides by 2 tacklers, fakes out a third. He is off. Shea goes on to get a big win. Check out those sweet uniforms. The final actually 21-14.
Johnston at East Greenwich, and let's just say the Licciardi family won't be welcome in any Johnston restaurants tonight. Kevin Licciardi here, gaining chunk yardage on the sweep, finishing the run, and then a few plays later, Andrew Blessing hits.
Ooh, nice catch.
Kevin Licciardi. The previous runner was Andrew Licciardi. Let's get it right. Kevin Licciardi goes in for the touchdown. East Greenwich trounces Johnson by the final of 51-14.
All right, guys, Barrington up 6-0 at the start of the third quarter. We liked these little neon green with the blue. I loved it. First play of the second half. Here comes Dante Augustine. Watch this. He's just going to go. He's just going to go, guys. Says, excuse me. He finally gets pushed out of bounds. We're on the 10-yard line. They punch it in eventually for the score from about a half a yard in. Barrington goes up 12-0. Ensuing Cumberland drive. Handoff goes to Jack Andrews. He's going to take that one into the end zone. Cumbie finally getting on the board here. But the Eagles come out on top 26-12 over the Clippers.
It's a nice win for the Eagles. Top team in D2A. 5-0 Moses Brown visiting Mount Pleasant. Homecoming for the Kilties. They came out flying. Kydale Spears snags the bat snap with one hand, steps up, and kindly finds Deshaun Durr cutting across the middle. Mount up 2 touchdowns. Upset special, not so fast. When you have Michael Walsh at QB, tips the high snap, finds it, and Eric Dahlberg. Walsh, wow. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, 7, count them, 7 touchdown passes. Quakers roll 47-26.
Different kind of highlight here. Classical visiting Coventry. This game was a rock fight in the first half. Dim, romantic. Here's the Classical defense meeting at the quarterback for the sack. First half was scoreless, but that stingy Classical D would ultimately help them get the 14-zip win over the Okers.
All right, you guys, we want to see what you're posting every week on Friday nights. So we ask you to hashtag Blitz12 on Friday nights. Let's check out what some of our favorite athletes, student athletes, or fans were posting today. But maybe our favorite one of the night comes from our very own Mark Dondero, tweeting out students cuddling on sofas.
I have the best tweets.
Behind the end zone at the Pilgrim West Warwick game. I loved that. Hashtag Blitz12. Little couch action.
Yeah.
Solid.
Gotta love that. All right, Holly Grover. Love this little, I think she used portrait mode, a little iPhone 7 Plus action.
Wow.
We'll take it. We'll take it. Love that. Love those footballs. Make sure you look for those at our game of the week. How about these guys? This was also at our game of the week. Love the hot dog uni, Halloween. Let's go. Every week, don't forget, we want to see what you're posting. Hashtag Blitz12, and we'll put you on the news.
All right, thank you, Ruthie. Still to come on the Friday Night Blitz. Highlights from around the state, our band of the week, and the rest of the day in sports.
Welcome back to the Friday Night Blitz. Some great high school highlights so far. Let's dive back into the action. Narragansett hosting Smithfield tonight, and check out the play by Narragansett's Thomas Whitford. Strips the ball carrier. Then, what's he gonna do, guys? He returns it for not only just a touchdown, but the game-tying touchdown. But Smithfield, they had a response. Trevor L'Italian hooking up with Jordan Cardoso, a 75-yard score. This gives Smithfield the lead. But the Mariners, they rally. They secure the win, 33-23 over Smithfield. They are going to the playoffs, guys.
EWG up in North Smithfield tonight to play some tackle football. First half, Nicholas Cardellino takes the snap and takes off for a nice, sizable gain. This sounds like Dondero wrote it. A little later, Cardellino going to the air and finding Joseph Coucher downfield, makes the catch and does the rest. EWG wins 21-14.
Pilgrim hosting West Warwick tonight. Second half, West Warwick down 5. Check that. Pilgrim down 5 and driving. Simon Davis gets a handoff, reaches for the goal line here, but fumbles. But, hold on, Jerome Petrozzi is there to clean up the mess. And that's a touchdown, Patriots. But the Wizards come back. Quarterback, wide receiver. And then watch this. Watch the ref. So he's going to try to talk him into the call here. The ref thinks about it. He thinks he's... Oh, no. Doesn't get the call. But a few plays later, Jared Shibley absorbs the contact and wills himself into the end zone. West Warwick goes on to beat Pilgrim by the final of 26-20.
Juanita Sanchez visiting Lincoln, who was enjoying a 4-game win streak. Hint, hint. Third quarter, Juanita's Elijah Matthews. A positive run here and a solid gain. Nita gets brought down. And then it's Matthews on the defense. laying wood. He might not have done it all, but he did enough to help. Juanita goes on to take a 21-6 win.
You know what? We don't have enough of puppies on the Blitz, the little baby. Meet Rip, a 4-week-old boxer, bulldog mixer. Look at the little guy mugging. He was at the North Providence Situate game, then the home team having most of the fun. Nevin Gordon playing safety, playing the INT there. Nevin doing it on offense too at QB. Rolls left, finds Matt Cook. Matt hauls it in. Cougars top the Spartans 42-7. One more time, as always, catch all the highlights online at WPRI.com. We send you out with our Band of the Week, Cranston East Rock and Roll Part 2. Good night.